When your dog sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's one of the warmest feelings in the world. A dog curled up beside you, breathing slowly, completely at peace. But behind that nightly ritual, there is something far deeper than most owners ever stop to consider. Something rooted in biology, in ancient instinct, and in a bond that science is only now beginning to fully understand. And if you have been misreading it, which most people quietly are, you have been missing messages your dog has been sending you every single night. And there is one thing in particular I want you to stay for, because if your dog used to sleep with you and suddenly stopped, most owners assume it means nothing. But the real reason, which we will get to at number 7, is something you genuinely need to hear. Let us talk about what is really happening. 1. It was never just about comfort. The easy explanation is this. Your dog gets cold, your bed is warm, problem solved. But that explanation falls apart the moment you think about it. Dogs are extraordinarily good at finding warmth. A patch of afternoon sun on the kitchen floor, the spot beside the radiator, the sofa cushion that holds heat for hours after you stood up. An expressive medium dog with brown and white fur, floppy ears, and a simple blue collar. Sleep is the moment of greatest vulnerability for any animal. Every survival instinct a dog carries, even the most pampered, well-fed dog who has never spent a night outdoors, tells them. And yet, your dog walks past every quiet corner of your home, every safe tucked-away spot, and climbs into bed beside a human. That is not about temperature. That is a decision. Research into dog attachment behavior has consistently shown that dogs form deep emotional bonds with their owners that directly influence. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they are communicating something they have no other way to say. You are the safest place I know. 2. They are syncing themselves to your heartbeat. Studies measuring physiological responses in dogs during close contact with their owners
found that cortisol levels, the body's primary stress hormone, dropped significantly when dogs were in physical contact with the person they were bonded to.
But here is the part most people never consider. The same thing happens to you. Petting in close contact with a bonded dog lowers cortisol in humans too. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, the nervous system quiets. You are not just letting your dog sleep with you. You are both, without realizing it, regulating each other. Night after night, your breathing patterns synchronize. Your dog's body learns the rhythm of yours. They feel it before you have even registered it yourself. That is not a pet-seeking comfort. That is a bond operating at a biological level. And if this is changing how you see your dog right now, go ahead and subscribe. Every video on this channel is built around what the science actually says, not what we assume. 3. They have assigned themselves a job. Pay attention to where your dog positions themselves when they sleep beside you. Is it near your feet? Against your back? Right beside your head? Facing the door? Because that placement is not random. It is deliberate. Dogs descend from pack animals, and in a pack, rest was never completely unguarded. Your dog still carries that wiring. When they sleep beside you, part of them genuinely believes they are standing watch. A dog sleeping near the door is monitoring the entry point. A dog pressed against your back is covering your blind side. A dog sleeping at your feet is grounding themselves at the point they can respond from fastest. They know they are domesticated. They know this is a house, not the wilderness. But instinct does not care about that distinction. Something deep in their DNA. Will your dog fight off an intruder in the night? Maybe. Maybe not. But in their mind, they have taken a post. They have a role. Character 1 offers a gentle and sincere apology in a soft, low-pitched voice. Hair. 4. Every sleep position is telling you something specific. The way your dog arranges themselves beside you is not just habit. Each position carries a meaning, and once you know what to the curl. When your dog sleeps into a tight ball, nose tucked to. If your dog curls up beside you but keeps themselves contained, they feel safe enough to be near you. The sprawl. Legs stretched out, belly exposed, body completely loose. A dog who sprawls beside you has switched every one of those instincts off. That is not just relaxation, that is total emotional safety. The back to you position. Some owners feel a flicker of rejection when their dog turns away to sleep. Do not. In pack behavior, turning your back to someone is one of the highest signals of trust that exists. It means you do not need to. And then there is the pressed in position. When your dog wedges themselves as close to you as physically possible, sometimes. 5. They rewrote their internal clock for you. Dogs are naturally most alert around dawn and dusk. That is when their ancestors hunted. That is what thousands of years of evolution built them for. A dog's natural rhythm has no business aligning with a human schedule. And yet it does. Bonded dogs gradually shift their activity patterns to mirror their owner's routine. They sleep more when you sleep. This is not training. It is attention sustained over months and years until you're. 6. They feel your stress before you know you are feeling it. Have you ever had a hard day, said nothing to anyone, and walked through the door to find your dog already beside you before you have even sat down? That is not your dog being sweet, though they are. That is your dog reading signals you did not know you were sending. Research has demonstrated that dogs can detect changes in human cortisol levels through scent alone. Your body chemistry shifts when you are stressed, and your dog's nose between 10,000 and 100,000 times more sensitive than yours. And here is where the sleeping connection matters. Night after night, your dog. You always know when something is wrong, don't you, boy? Huh. When they suddenly stop, pay attention. A dog who has slept beside you for months or years does not stop without a reason. And that reason is almost always worth understanding. The most important possibility first. If your dog suddenly seeks solitude during sleep, particularly if they are older, consider their physical health. It is an ancient survival mechanism. Hide the vulnerability. Do not let the weakness show. A dog pulling away from their usual sleeping spot may be telling you something their body cannot say any other way. Beyond health, look at what has changed in the environment. A new person in the home, a new pet, a shift in routine that feels small to you, and dogs are sensitive to territorial and social changes in ways that can ripple through their behavior in patterns we do not always connect immediately. And sometimes it is emotional. If something startled you in the bedroom, Pay attention. Your dog chose to sleep beside you because you were the safest place they knew. If that changed, so watch, listen, and if they need help finding their way back to feeling safe, do that work with them. Because that nightly every position, every pressed-in moment, every slow breath synced to yours in the dark, all of it was a choice, and that choice was always you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.